It is totally December 1st. I am not 14 days behind. When's winter break again? Hello, my name is Clary Frey, and I'm not a little girl. You're watching A Reader's World. I totally haven't been writing Star Wars fanfiction, that's for sure. Anyway, this is my November wrap-up and December TBR, and we're already 15 days into December. Good job, me. Now, the first book I read for November was Magnus Trees and the Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. If you have been living under a rock, you probably don't know what this is, but if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that this is the first book in Rick Riordan's new mythology series starring Norse gods. And I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun to go back into Rick Riordan's writing. I love his writing so much, and I love his characters, and I absolutely really loved this book. I didn't like it as much as the Percy Jackson series, but this is coming close. I seriously cannot wait for the second book. Also, I'm so super excited for Trials of Apollo starring Percy. I'm horrible at dancing, if you haven't guessed already. The next book I read in November was Once in a Full Moon by Ellen something. I've already ranted about this book in review, so if you want to watch my ranting, you can click here. I don't really want to talk about it, or else I'll get really ranty, and this will be maybe an hour-long video if you want that. I don't. So the last book I read for November was a story I have already seen, but I've never read, except in fan fiction form. Does that count? Well, this is like the movie version. You probably have never even seen this movie. It's been getting really bad reviews. It came out in like the 80s or the 70s maybe. No one really talked about it, but I found the movie. You're annoyed with my sarcasm, aren't you? I am too. Well, the book was Star Wars: A New Hope, The Princess, the Scoundrel, and the Farm Boy by Alexandra Bracken. Before this book, I've never picked up an Alexandra Bracken book before. I don't know why. I haven't read The Darkest Minds. But now, after reading this book, I am super excited for her new book, Passenger. I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong. I might be right. I don't know. This is the first book in a retelling series of the original Star Wars trilogy. I think they made it because it was when Disney first brought the rights to the Amazing movie series. And so the series, each book is a different author, but I really loved Alexandra Bracken's books, so next two books, you have some fierce competition. One of the things I really liked about this book was the writing style. It's separated into three parts of A New Hope, where it's in third person over their head, like one's Leia's, one's Han's, and then one's Luke's. And I really liked that. She really got into their heads and really made us really think, because I never really thought about what's going on in Leia's head, what's going on in Han's head, what's going on in Luke's head. And the thing I really loved about this book was that Alexandra Bracken wrote a 5-page author's note all about how Star Wars changed her and how Star Wars really affected her as a person, and I really liked that because it showed that she was having fun while writing this. She wasn't like, ugh, I have to write about Star Wars. She was like, oh my god, I get to write a book about Star Wars. Like, if J.K. Rowling came up to you and said, hey, want to write a novella about Harry Potter's children, or Lily and James, or the Marauders, you would do the same thing. Well, some of us would be really scared that we would, mess it all up. But Alexandra Bracken took that chance, and I'm really proud of her for doing that. And I hope the authors of the other two do the same thing. I've already read the second one. I'll talk about my feelings on that book in the next month. But the third one, I haven't read yet. I need to get it from the library. Now for my December TBR, I've already made it clear that I want to finish that trilogy before the new movie, which comes out in 3 days. Super excited. Heck yeah. So I went to the library recently. Whoa! And I got some books I really want to read this month. First, I'm currently reading Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. I think that's how I say her name. Yeah. Show it off, Chewbacca. Then Let Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. I think that's how you say her name. Then Star Wars. A comic book, I think. For all you Star Wars fans, I have a joke. Where do all the characters of Star Wars shop at? Where? They shop at Darth Maul. Everything is half off. If you didn't get that joke and you haven't seen the prequels yet, God bless your soul. You are lucky. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what books you'll be reading in December or you have read in December, since it's already December. Anyway, bye!